Your first $1 million will be the hardest thing you ever do. It'll take you the longest, and in the process, you'll learn the most about yourself and about the world. With this app, we're on a mission to make 1,000 millionaires. So let's see if we can take a couple of years off that deadline for you and help you get there sooner. First of all, you don't earn $1 million, you make $1 million. Over a long enough time horizon, anyone who's obsessed with the financial objective of making $1 million will be able to get there, no matter where they were born, their gender, or the color of their skin. For some people, the road there is shorter. For others, it can be a more tumultuous one, but the destination is certainly achievable. It takes the average person 7 years of compounded growth to become rich. This means that people do it in less time and others in more. The reason why most people never make that financial leap is because they expect it to happen faster, and when it doesn't, they quit and they go home. People play the lottery for 20 years when it would have taken them less than 10 to get wealthy. But that would have implied effort, and since people are often lazy, they resort to wishful thinking or luck. So allow us to break down for you how this usually happens, because there are 3 phases to getting your first $1 million. First is the foundation. Now, this phase usually lasts for 3 years, and it's the one where you keep running on fumes and pure conviction that this is what you've decided to do with your life. It takes 3 years for any kind of project to get a grip and see some real traction. This means that for 3 years, you keep building and throwing things at the wall, sucking in all the information available that allows you to build even better. Think of the life that you want to live and the business you want to build as tall as a skyscraper. In order to build super high, you first need to dig deep and establish a solid foundation. The higher you go, the deeper this foundation has to be. Now, this means that your first stage of business, you're putting in a lot of work that's not visible to the folks on the sidewalk, and there's nothing to show for it in terms of height, yet. Now, this is a crucial bit of information because it's natural for you to work extra hard and not see any results yet. It's coming, but you haven't found your way there yet. On the contrary, those who do not build the foundation, though, and immediately go for height, well, they usually collapse in a very short period of time. You'll want to quit and start something else multiple times in this period, but if there's one piece of advice you need, it's this. Just don't stop. Keep going. Things, sure, they suck right now, but they will eventually get better. If you're a YouTuber, these are usually your first 100 videos. They'll suck, but you'll learn enough along the way to figure it out. If you're a singer, these are usually your first 30 singles. If you're in the service business, your first 500 customers. If you're a product business, the first 1,000 customers. The foundation stage is just grind and volume because you don't yet understand the patterns in customer behavior. You're arrogant to think you do, but until you've actually gone through all of those interactions and those iterations, you don't. What we're going to say might sound kind of harsh, but you just don't know what you're doing, so humble yourself and keep at it. All aspects of your business get tuned in at this stage. In the first 3 years, you go from having no money to being able to support yourself from the business, and that's the best feeling ever. You're so grateful for not having to work for someone else, while at the same time, you're stressed out of your mind trying to do everything yourself. You're earning under $100K a year, but you're getting closer. Somewhere between year 2 and 4, something happens. Then you're in phase 2, the uptick. Here's where something just clicks into place. Out of everything you've tried, improved, adjusted, something clicked. You not only got the hang of it, but hey, you're getting your footing here. The business is growing and you're making profit. In just 3 months, you've earned more than you did last year. If in the first phase, you are putting effort in and nothing happened, in the uptick phase, growth is linear with effort. The more effort you put in, the more growth you see. So do the thing that works over and over again. You hire people and you multiply your efforts. At Alux, we called it the road to 1,000 videos. Once we figured out how to make one video be profitable, it was just a matter of making 1,000 videos in total. Write 1,000 articles, make 1,000 dresses, write 1,000 pages, perform however many shows you would need to get good at stand-up. If you figured out how to buy one property, see how long it takes you to own 10, 50, or 100 of them. In this phase, success is just doing the profitable thing over and over and over again. You found your thing and other people are finding out about your thing. Network effects are happening and you've got some incredible momentum going. You feel like you're the smartest person in the world. Outside of the birth of your children, you'll never feel happier than you are right now. While in phase 1, you barely paid yourself anything, mostly to cover living expenses. In the second phase, you finally make enough money to pay yourself a decent amount. You feel like all that hard work is paid off and your business is growing. Do not blow through this money. Treat it as if it were the only money you'll ever make in your life. It needs to freaking last. The business makes you between $100,000 and $500,000 a year, but you're not allowed to touch it. No luxury fashion, no expensive cars. You're literally allowed one vacation, and that's after you've earned it with the additional work. The golden rule here is use the money to buy things of value that you can leave to your children. It could be apartments, houses, farmland, stocks, even art or crypto if you feel like you understand this space well enough. Just don't spend it on dumb things, and don't hold it in your account either. Place it somewhere where it's hard for you to liquidate it, but that it appreciates in value over time. The temptations will be out there, but you need to control yourself. Don't invest in a separate business. Don't start a second business that's basically the same as the one you're running with some tweaks. All of these are not opportunities, they are distractions. You've worked hard to earn this money, so make sure you keep it. By year 5 or 6, the growth is beginning to stall until eventually it plateaus. Sure, you're still profitable, but your costs have gone up since the beginning. You got distracted with some side projects and you took your eyes off the ball, so things lost momentum. One of the biggest mistakes first-time entrepreneurs make is that they tell themselves they were developing the next big thing and can accommodate the slowdown when in reality, they were just wasting time and resources. In the meantime, competition has gotten stronger. They first took your breadcrumbs, and now they're biting at your main customers. If you're honest with yourself, they're actually pretty good no matter what you say publicly. Deep down, you're starting to feel anxious about the future of the business. Year 6 and 7 are defining years as we enter phase 3, the choice. By year 7, you basically have a decision to make. A, you can milk the business dry for the next 3 years, keep your costs down, keep cashing out little by little until there's no more milk in the cow, and if your investments were smart, you can live off of them. Or B, you can get your shit together and go all in. People think milking the business dry is a bad choice, but business is hard, exhausting. It keeps you up at night, and you have to deal with employees, with customers, maybe even legal issues, so some people get tired and wish they could just do something else. You've got some money invested from the good years, so you keep it alive with the bare minimum. You keep pulling out $300,000, $200,000, $100,000 per year out of the business, and there you go, you're a millionaire, goal achieved. For these people, this business was the stepping stone that opened the door and afforded them the resources necessary to do the thing they really wanted to do. It's perfectly okay to run it like this. But if you know that you've still got the fight in you for this, if you think the business can go 100x from where it is today if only you focused on it, if you're ready to get in the mud and put those hours in, not just for a couple of months, but forever, as in you'll never stop doing this, then it's time to focus up. Your initial goal was to simply get to $1 million. If the choice is to fight, your next goal is to make it to at least $1 million per year. First, you remove all the distraction and go back to the one thing that's foundational to what you do. Remember what you learned? Sales solves everything. If you're committed to making this business thrive and go beyond $1 million per year, you need to focus 80% of your time on sales and marketing. The only question you ask yourself every morning is, how can you make more sales? How can you reach more people? You already have a profitable product, so you have an anonymity problem. People don't know about your business and how great your product is, and you need to fix that. The breakthrough happens when you stop trying to be everything and focus on one type of client, one type of product, on one channel. Talk to them en masse. Become the absolute master of that particular vertical because that's your bread and butter. For that customer, you become the authority. They have a problem. They know you and the fact that you provide a reliable solution to that problem, and they will want to exchange that value. You're a smart person. You know what your most profitable products are and how to position them. Educate the customer about the problem they have whenever you can, but do it in a medium where all that knowledge becomes available to the masses. Put it online, and people who have the same problem you know how to solve will find you. If you build it right, they will come. That alone will get you to $1 million a year. Your business was failing to get to $1 million per year because you weren't thinking big enough. You were resting on your past efforts. The reality is, you'll have to work twice as hard as you did before just to restart the same momentum. The great thing is, now that you know this is what you plan on doing forever, the way you build the business changes. You fire the dead weight. You hire smarter people who are honest. You train them better. You now have got the experience of the past to aid your decisions. The beautiful thing is that if you build it as if you were to own the business forever, meaning getting to a point where it's both financially rewarding and manageable, other people will take notice and they'll want to buy your business for a lot more money than you're earning, all in bulk, in cash. The kind of money you only dreamed of when you were starting. But that's a decision for another day, for when you realize $1 million isn't actually a lot of money, and no, it cannot afford you the life that you dreamed of for yourself. As an action item for today, we want you to figure out where in your 7 to 10 year journey are you. We're serious when we said that this application will create 1,000 millionaires, and we want to help you with everything you need to get there. The only thing we ask in return is this. Once you make it to $1 million, send us an email at contact@alux.com with the subject, "I made $1 million," because we want to personally congratulate you. We'll keep an eye open for that email. We'll see you next time, Aluxer. Take care.